Okay, so this is maybe take 12 of my attempt to record my presentation for the chapter on gifts to student and staff. I apologize, I got something going on in my throat. I've had about 6 coughing jags and I just don't seem to be able to get through it. So fingers crossed, here we go. One of the first questions to ask when you're talking about giving gifts to students and staff is it really a gift? And a rule of thumb for determining if it is to ask, does the item leave the school when the student or staff, when the student transfers or the staff terminates? If the item leaves with them, it's a gift. Gifts for students are usually under one of 2 categories: fundraising incentive gifts, which are given for fundraising only to students who participate in the fundraising event, and you have to make sure that the prize is age appropriate and does not affect the overall profitability of the event. Incentive gifts for students should be purchased with funds that are raised by the particular event, and gifts that are not related to fundraising shouldn't favor one group over another. Special achievement gifts are awards that you can give in an assembly or an athletic banquet at least once a year. Individual students and teams are recognized for special achievements. The gift should be nominal in value and age appropriate. And the funds for the awards may come from the general fund, donations from businesses or parent groups, or from the athletic fund. Gifts to staff fall under also under 3 categories. First of all, there are special occasion gifts, and when school procedures allow gifts to staff members, the gift should be reasonably priced and paid for with staff remembrance funds. We don't have remembrance fund, we call it a sunny day fund. Most schools establish this fund to acknowledge staff and specific life events. So the fund should be managed by a committee, not by an individual person, and there should be a written list of procedures, including dollar limits, and the committee should meet at least once a year to review guidelines for using and contributing. Also, there are fundraising incentives for gifts for staff members. They have to participate in the fundraising project, and because the gift expenses shouldn't be subtracted from the profit, because it will be subtracted from the profit, it's important to keep the items reasonable in cost and no more than 5% of the total overall income. Finally, there are gifts for all staff, which may be a token t-shirt or something like that that's given to staff at the beginning of the year. Again, as a rule of thumb, if the staff generates the fund, it's appropriate to use the funds to benefit the staff. So if there's a teacher's lounge drink machine or a donut bake sale or something held among the staff, you can use that money. Also, when an all-school fundraising event like a picture sales is held, teachers can purchase the pictures, and the percentage of the profit raised by the staff may be spent on the staff. Some districts might allow incentives gifts to staff to come out of the general fund as long as the gifts are inexpensive. Finally, there are special occasions or specific events. These are cases where a staff member's family is in the hospital. It could actually be a student. In this case, you need to refer to your district's guidelines regarding appropriate expenditures from the general fund. In some cases, you may have to provide a W-2 to the person that you give the gift to. Finally, I just want to talk for a second about the standards. The PSEL Standard 2 for ethics and norms is the one that I focused on for this presentation. Effective educational leaders act ethically and according to professional norms to promote students' academic success and well-being. and act accordingly, and to promote the professional norms of integrity, fairness, transparency, trust, collaboration, perseverance, learning, and continuous improvement. And the tech standard 2 for digital age learning culture certainly applies to me in this case, because this is my third attempt to use Screencast-O-Matic. Educational administrators create, promote, and sustain a dynamic digital age learning culture that provides a rigorous, relevant, and engaging education for all students, and we model and promote the frequent and effective use of that technology for learning. That's my presentation. Made it without coughing. Have a great night.